Hello, and welcome to Youth Code Jam's online Bits and Bytes lessons. Today we're continuing with our third lesson with the Tinker block coding program. We're also continuing with our space theme. So today we're going to code a Mars rover of sorts that is exploring space and encounters alien life. So we're going to start the beginning of a story of what that encounter would look like and let you finish it up with your own version of that story. So adding your own code in there after that. We'll give you all the basics and you'll be able to take the story in any direction you would like. Okay, so to get started, pull up another browser window and type in this link into the URL bar. So it's pretty long, which is why I have it blown up here. A lot of times they're really short or easy to type in. Go ahead and type this entire link in. Do not add a enter or a space. Type one line, no spaces. And you should end up at this screen, which I actually have to go back to. So this is the screen you should end up at. It's going to have a My Account button and Tinker in the corner. You're going to do a short scroll to the bottom, and where we have the little compass and the word workshop, we're going to click on workshop and then select blank block coding project. And our project is going to start with some code and an actor. So our actor are, if you're familiar with Scratch, that our actors are our sprites or our characters here. We have a stage, which we're pretty familiar with in a lot of our block coding programs. We're going to keep this basic code here and make some changes in a bit, but we are going to change what our actor looks like to a rover. So click on that pencil and then click back to view all characters, and you're going to see we have a special tab for rovers here. You can choose any of these that you would like. I'm going to choose the first one. Once you've selected it, press save in the bottom corner here. And then we're going to rename it so that we know which character we're using. So click once on the word actor, and you can see I have a cursor blinking. Delete the letters there and rename it rover. The next thing we're going to do is add our alien actor. So click the Add Actor button, go to Media Library. We're actually going to select People. Oh, sorry, wrong library. Exit out of this if you followed me to Media Library. So click the X in the corner, go back to Add Actor, and select Character Builder. And under the People tab, we're going to select this alien in a spacesuit with the green face. Now press Save. And then just like we renamed our actor to rover, we're going to rename this one to Martian, so that when I'm giving you instructions, we know which ones we're talking about. The last setup thing we're going to do is add our background. So double click on Stage, and it's going to bring up this pop-up window. Select Add Background, select Alien Landscape. Once you see Alien Landscape appear down here, click this X in the corner. And then over in our Stage and Actors panel here, click on Rover. So we're going to make sure Rover is active. You're going to see that there's a blue tab next to that active sprite or the active actor here. And it's also going to appear in a lighter gray. So that's how we know it's active. It also has some code. We're going to use this code, but we're also going to make some changes. So one of the first changes we're going to do is take this if on edge bounce block and get rid of it by clicking and dragging it off to the side where that trash can is. Alright, so we have animate, walk, move. Yep, alright, so and then the next thing we're going to do is start adding some code here. So the first code we're going to add is from the motion drawer. And I want you to get a go to XY block. Both values will be set to 0. Add that under the set rotation and set Y to -250, so -250. Then head to the looks drawer or the looks tab. It has a mask on it. And get a set size block. So that's a little bit of the ways down. We need to scroll. So it's under visibility. Set size to, it says 100%. Add that under our go-to block. Change 100 to 75. Right. we're going to create a variable for this program, so head to the variables drawer. It has the curly brackets and an X inside. At the top, select the create variable block and name it move. You can leave the settings as they are, just press create. Now you can see that we have a local variable named move, and then our pink blocks down here. We want to get this set block that says set blank to 0. We're going to add that under our set size. Use the drop down to change that blank to move and change 0 to -10. Okay, next head to the control drawer and grab a if false then block. And so it's this first condition up here. Place it underneath our animate block in the forever loop. Then head to the operators drawer. So operators, this less than or equal sign. Grab an or block. So you're going to have to scroll down a little bit. We need or. Here we go, false or false. Use this or block and place it over the false. And then get a less than comparison block and a greater than. So scroll to the top. Oh wait, no. Right here, under Boolean. So we're going to get this less than block and place it on the left side of our or. And then get a greater than block, get a greater than block and place it on the right side of the or. And before we go any further, we're going to go back to this animate block and change walk to side drive. So very simple. Okay, back to our comparison block. We're going to set on our less than block. Click on the block on the blank on the right of that less than sign and type -682. So you have blank less than -682, or, and then you're going to have a blank greater than +682. Next, head to the motion drawer. Get a Y position block, or no, sorry, not Y. We're going to get 2 of these X position blocks and place them in our remaining blanks. So we're going to have if X position less than -682, or X position is greater than +682, then we're going to build our condition next. Head back to the variables drawer and get a change blank by 1 block. Or wait, sorry, get another one of our set blocks. So set blank by 1, or set blank to 0. Place it inside that if block. Use the drop down to set it to move. While we're in the variables drawer, go ahead and get this local variables block, move, and set it into our workspace. Just leave it there for now. Head back to operators, and we're going to get a multiplication block, and so that looks like 0 times 0. The multiplication sign here is an asterisk or a star instead of the X. We're going to grab that block and place it over the 0 of our set block. Then we're going to take this move block we added and place it on the right side, or sorry, the left side 0, and then change the right side 0 to a -1. So what's going to happen here is we're starting our move value at -10. If we go out of bounds, we're going to multiply that and change it to a +10. And then if we go out of bounds again, it will go to -10. So this will help keep our block in a certain space. Next, head back to the motion drawer, and we're going to get a turn right by 90 degrees. So that's going to be down here under rotation, I think. Okay, so if you can't find a block for some reason, come up to the search bar and type in some of the words. So you can see here I now have turn right and turn left by 15 degrees. I'm going to get a turn right. So it's the one with the arrow that goes clockwise. So like the little arrow is pointing, let's say the top of this is 12, it's pointing towards the 1. So turn clockwise is what we're looking for here. And we're going to change 15 to 90, and I'm just going to type in those values instead of using the degree thing here. Okay. Then outside, we have a second move block here. We're going to change that to be whatever our move value is from up here. So go back to the variables drawer and get a local variable block, this little circular move, and place it over the 10. Then head back to control and get another if false then block and place it underneath our wait block. So we're still inside the forever loop, but we're underneath our wait block. This time head to the sensing drawer and get a touching mouse pointer block. Place it over the false. Click on mouse pointer and from the drop down menu select Martian. Go back to the motion drawer and get a glide 1 second to x0, y0. The only value we're going to change is y, so change 0 to negative 243. Then head to the animation drawer. It has kind of the bouncing ball on here, and get we want stop animation speed, stop animation named, and then click on the square and change name to side drive. So we're going to stop the animation if we're touching the Martian. Then we're going to broadcast a message. So go to events, click on this broadcast block. And if you've used Scratch, we normally do like a create broadcast message or something. Here's a little different. You just click inside the square and you see how it says no events. So you're actually going to just type the name in here, and we're going to name it contact. So we don't do anything special, just click inside that square and type contact. I'm going to stop this code from running. And then head to the control drawer and get a break block. So if we touch the Martian, we're going to shoot out a broadcast message, and then we're going to break out of this forever loop. So we're going to stop moving and interact with the Martian a little bit. Next, go to the events block and grab a when I receive block. So when I receive, add this to our code. I'm actually going to add it underneath, about there. Click on that square and you're going to see contact. So we're going to select that. Go to the control drawer and get a wait block. Change 1 to 2. Then go to looks and get a say block. It's going to be under speech bubbles. We're going to get a say hello block right here. And type in we come in peace. Okay, so that's it for our rover code. Click on the Martian now. You shouldn't have any code here, and we're going to code their response to interacting with the with our rover. So go to events and get a on start block. Then head to motion, and we want a, let's start here. Get this go to XY block. Change X to negative 395 and change Y to 273. And then get a set rotation block from this drawer and place it above that go to block. Change it from all around to left, right. Then go to looks and get a set size block. It's under visibility, set size. It's going to default to 100. Change that to 2%. Add a forever loop from the control drawer. Go to motion, and we want to get a point towards, I think that's going to be, point towards is going to be under rotation, so it defaults to mouse pointer. Add that inside the forever loop, change mouse pointer to Rover, go to the animation drawer, and at the very top of that drawer, get a animate block, so it just says animate and then an empty square. Click on that empty square to change it to hover. Then go to the events drawer and get a when up arrow block pressed. Change up arrow to space. Go to the motion drawer and get a glide block. So it says glide 1 seconds to x0, y0. Change that glide to 5 seconds. The x to -390. And the y to -175. Then go back to the control drawer and add a repeat block. So it's under the forever loop. It says repeat 10. Change 10 to 58. Go to looks. And we're going to get a change size by. So instead of set size, get change size by 10%. Change the 10 to a 1. Then go to control and get a wait block. So wait 1 second right there. Change 1 to 0.08. So very short wait time. And now you should be able to run your code. So you can see when it hits the edge of the screen, it turns around. But something happened to my Martian. Ooh, my Martian got very small for some reason. Let's reset that. Okay, so here we can see my size is too large. Alright, let me check my code real quick because that is not behaving correctly. So my code's acting a little funny, which tells me maybe I missed something, but I'm not seeing what I missed. So if your code is acting funny, this worked the first time I did this correctly, so I'm not really sure what's happened here. But if your code is acting kind of funny like mine, you can kind of play around with the values. So it's something to do with the size and the positioning of the robot. Of the Martian. It should be further down in the screen. And for some reason is not. Yeah, okay. So the issue was we need to have a negative y set here. So where we have this glides to negative 175, we need to have that too, because our rover should now stop. We come in peace. And then if we press the space key, okay. So let's try that, 273. I don't know why yours shouldn't get as small as mine did, so there's something wrong on my end, I believe. But now, okay, so now if you hit the space key, the Martian is going to float down and grow. Okay, so now our thing will talk. So yes, so now if I set this to 2, and you can barely see my Martian. But there he is. He starts to appear. We grow. Okay, so that's how your code should run. It was correct the first time. I just forgot how it worked. Sorry about that. Okay, this is our third lesson for Tinker. We have one more. So there's one more chance for you to come to a live session. You can just go to our youthcodejam.org, go to the Bits and Bytes page, click on this button at the top, and it will take you to the Palo Alto page. The next lesson will be on June 2nd, 2021. After that, we are on a break for the summer, and we'll be back in fall of 2021. I hope you enjoyed this activity. Sorry for my confusion at the end, and we have one more after this. So if you're enjoying working with this program, there's one more video coming. All right, have a great day.